playing it by ear. I wear my heart on my sleeve, but my ear in my hand? This week on Dave J. Tuesday.
Hey everybody, it's your old pal Dave J. from New York City. It's Tuesday, March the 9th, 2021. Welcome to another installment of Dave J. Tuesday. Beetle Mike is here, bright and early or bright and late, depending on where you are and what time it is. Who can care less? I don't. Beetle Mike says, hey, Dave J. That's me. He says, Beetle Mike here, without the remina. I put that in. I enjoyed saying those things. Mr. Lamph, my old speech and drama coach and so forth, used to say that's called a gap fill-in. But let's get back to Beetle's Mike comments. Beetle Mike's comments. Live! We don't know what syllable or what letter is going to come out of my gourd. Gourd. Okay, Beetle Mike says, here. Yeah. All right, well, welcome. Goodness gracious, I think the way I've started already indicates how I'm feeling, and as you know, I like to check in with you at the top of each show, more or less letting you know what mental state, what physical state, what philosophical state, what state I'm in. I mean, yes, I'm in the state of New York with, whoa, what a duo for a governor and mayor in New York City. Anyway, don't get me started. We're here to get away from all that stuff. I'm in a bit of a, is the word tizzy? Sure, why not tizzy? Word of the day.
Word of the day.
You see, I've just been a little bit of a nervous wreck. I'm trying to spin many plates. I'm trying to do many things. Even the show, as I move things forward 1% per day, that's all I try to do, but I'm trying to move everything forward a bunch of 1%, and I struggle and I push. And as I'm doing that, I'm of course also kicking the can down the road, which is why DM is here, Debbie Marie, saying, did Kumi cut your hair? Yes, in fact, she did. What do you think? Watch this. Pretty good, huh? Yeah. Let's hear it for Kumi. All right. And how are you doing, Debbie Marie? How are you, Beetle Mike? Mom and Dad, do chime in. How are you doing tonight? I hope you're all feeling well and not as much in an anxious state as I am. Hey, thank you, Debbie. I appreciate that. She says it looks great. Oh, goodness. Am I blushing? I assure you it's the lighting. Okay. So tonight's theme is playing it by ear because as I try to work on all the concurrent things I'm a buzz working on, you're hanging in. Okay, I'm glad to hear that, Debbie. Well, hang in with us and we'll all assuredly hang together, as Benjamin Franklin once said in the movie 1776. I'm totally out of context now, but we're just freewheeling it because we're just playing it by ear, so it's all good. And I love how Beetle Mike greets the other fellow guests at the program. And they're greeting each other back and forth. That's very nice. Well, as I plan to try to make this show, as I've told you all along, more and more into a variety program, and less just about what I'm doing, but about things that we can maybe either all be entertained by. Perhaps you're already entertained. You're here, for goodness sakes. Well, one of the segments that I found to be, as far as I'm concerned, a keeper. It's something I came up with a little over a year ago called Blather and Digress. Last week I did my first one of 2021. And I'm going to share with you in tonight's program a brand spanking new Blather and Digress and a few things I've done to try to improve upon last week's. And you'll see what I mean in just a moment. But first we have to welcome Jeff Friedman. Welcome, Jeff. Jeff is a great guy. He's also from Livingston, New Jersey, where I grew up. And he's saying hello from your hometown, in fact. See? Alluding, word of the day.
Word of the day.
Alluding to the hometown that we just mentioned. Debbie Marie is from there, too. Okay. Hey, by the way, Jeff, very impressed with your collection of old-time TVs and radios and cameras, and the man collects astounding bits of 20th century technology, and I'm blown away by that stuff. I love that stuff. Partly that's what this program's all about, kind of trying to recapture the vibe of the 20th century vintage entertainment. So anyway, as I was kvetching to you a little bit earlier, I was saying, I'm moving all these different things forward. I've got a new website afoot. I've been working on that. I have to send out a special shout out and thank you to my pal Nina Wallace, I pronounce it. It's really Wallace, but I pronounce it Wallace. After all, I do go with the European pronunciation. But enough about that. Anyway, we're going to continue on now. Oh, we have a few more comments, and I love how everyone's greeting each other again. All right, without further ado, let's get into the brand new Blather and Digress segment just for you. Here it is. Enjoy.
Blather and Digress with Dave J.
Hey everybody, it's our old pal Dave J from New York City. I'm walking by a gaggle of police cars, and they've got your standard police cruiser, and your standard police van, and your standard police car. You know how they've loosened standards for the police? Well, do they allow clowns? That looks like a clown car to me. Maybe they allow clowns in the police clown division. That would be fun. Getting busted, a hoot. Runners everywhere. Who are they running from? Maybe they're running to something. Or maybe they're just running late. I've heard a lot about a runner's high. Do they have a 12-step group for that? RA. Are you kidding? It's a muddy road. It's a 10-year-old Dave J's dream. I always had the caked up sneaker with mud. My mom would say, bang out your shoes before you come into this house. Nothing like a swing set. I like to swing. You? Birthday present, anyone? I had a friend years ago who always used to point out that a tree in the winter is always grasping out of the earth for its life. Of course, in the spring and summer, they're all glorified in their greenery. Me and my shadow strolling down the avenue. Hey, 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 hey. We have bums on the street. That's right, bums. And I don't mean tushies. I think I pulled my quad, whatever that is. You gotta check both ways before entering the bike lane. Did your mom tell you that when you were growing up? Playing soccer? Or in some parts of the world that's called football, but in America I have a thing called football. So I've come up with a way that we can distinguish between the two. You see, in America, it's football, 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 right? Right. The rest of the world can pronounce it football, 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 football. Not football, football. Ooh. Back to the Future car. Except, is that a Subaru? The original script had a Subaru time machine, but no, it didn't work out. Hey, Toots. You ever just want to call someone Toots, just for the hell of it? Was that a bad thing back in the day, if you were called Toots? Was that a nice thing, where you're like, oh, he referred to me as Toots. I can't believe it, how nice. I don't know. Oh, hey. As long as there's nothing coming out of the tuchus, I'm all right. Public parking. Park your keister, mister. You ever hear that one? Ah, the quaint sounds of New York. I'm strolling up the path East River Way. I'm making this song up. I'm Dave J. This is the East River Esplanade. If you dig my tune, then please applaud. I'll be grateful, yeah. Whoops. Anyway, what's this thing? I've got the sunlight on my shoulder. This has been Dave J, blathering and digressing with you and you and you and.
Blather and Digress with Dave J.
Well, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed putting it together. Want to welcome Adam Slavitt. Let's hear it for Adam. Hey, bud, as he likes to say. All right, I'm going to chime in with a tune that I wrote some time ago, but it's one of my faves that I wrote. It's called Day by Day. Sitting on a star, not far from gone, longer can this go on? I say to myself, take it day by day. Came on too strong, nothing took form, like a house of cards in a windstorm. I say to myself, take it day by day, day by day. I go crazy looking forward day by day. I get carried away, but today is where I can stay. I can take it day by day. My feelings when you don't respond. Maybe your silence says more than I want. Say you're insecure, that's your excuse. You wear it like a badge, fits more like a noose. So say to yourself, take it day by day. Go crazy looking for it day by day. You go running from it, but today is where you can stay. You can take it day by day. Sometimes the heart does all the talking, so shut up, listen for a while. But when the brain does all that squawking, traveling the longest mile, was true, if that was real, it'll never matter till we heal and say to ourselves, take it day by day, day by day. Land those rockets of desire, 'cause today, where I must stay, I can take it if I take it day by day. I keep winking like I got grapefruit in my eye. All right, here's grapefruit in your eye, kid. Let's check in and see if we have any further comments. Well, we're just greeting each other still. So you know what? I'd like to pick up on where we left off last week. After all, we had it was similar to the play it by ear thing. We were going off the cuff, off the top of the head, and in so doing, we remembered that some years ago, back in 2012, we were in Israel doing that very thing, and I shared a bunch of segments where I was remembering off the top of my head this thing in Israel and Israel off the cuff there. But what we didn't really get into was the actual purpose for that trip, which was my nephew Matthew's bar mitzvah. And of course, I had to create some content for that for my nephew. And this here now for you honors his bar mitzvah. It's a segment we like to call Dave J. Tuesday Postscript.
mitzvah, a trip to Israel that'll always be with ya. Read from the Torah at the Western Wall, wearing his father's own bar mitzvah shawl. My nephew Matthew, look what you can do. Anything you said, you're mine too. I'm Uncle Dave J, your intrepid reporter, singing from Israel near the West Bank border. We spent 2 weeks and took a tour, reminding ourselves just what family's for. Being together to share special times, lasting forever. Memories shine. Matthew, look what you can do. Anything you said, you're mine too.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a great experience. We all had a wonderful time, and we want to welcome you back to Dave J Tuesday. Hope you're enjoying this evening's episode. We're going by ear, like last week, off the cuff and off the top of the head. We want to invite you to get involved, and with that spirit of improvisation, we want to ask you to ask me whatever you'd like.
Ask me, ask me, ask me. You want to know what? Okay.
Go ahead, fire away. I'll wait. Okay, we're just waiting for some questions to come in. And while we do, why don't we throw back to a throwback Tuesday? I think that's in order. Where's the bumper? There it is. Throwback Tuesday time. But don't forget to ask questions in the commenter section below. After all, I do miss some of the things I am throwing back to. My old gigs, for example. Boy, the way things were before the lockdown, we all miss that, don't we? We all think back, goodness gracious, we didn't see this coming. One of the things I used to do that I enjoyed so was performing at children's hospitals. It was so great to go in there with my guitar and armed with shtick, off the cuff, just like on tonight and last week's episode. And one of the hospitals that I would go to was up in the Bronx called Montefiore. And what wonderful things these hospitals would do, generally for their patients and for their staff, but also for the consultants such as myself who would go in there, and every now and again they would show you some love. And in one way they showed me love, not terribly long ago. They sent me a certificate of appreciation. Well, I couldn't leave that stone unturned, and I created this little song to thank them for it. Sort of.
Montefiore just adores me. No, 'cause I'm the humble receiver of a certificate of appreciation for volunteers and students, though I'm neither. It's my living, and I'm grateful, and don't wish to end on a petty note. But I bill myself as Dave J. Clearly that's not what they wrote, even though Montefiore just adores me. Dave J. Tuesday.
Thank you very much. Beetle Mike asked a question. We want to get to that right away. He says, will you do your one-man Beatles show again, with several question marks and exclamations, with emphasis, emphatic concern, emphatic wonderment? And I can only say I'm not sure. Would I do it again? Certainly. Will I do it again? I'm going to give you one of those shticky comedy movie responses. Or cartoon, more likely. I would like to do it again. I always enjoy doing that show. The thing about doing that one-man show, he's referring to John Paul, George Ringo, a solo show, where I come out dressed as an amalgam of all four Beatles circa 1966, with the Beatle wig and the black turtleneck and black pants and so forth. I just sit on a stool, and I basically speak with the audience. I improvise with the audience. Ultimately, they can ask any question of any Beatle, and I morph into that Beatle and answer the question. I know a lot about the Beatles because I'm a huge fan. I tell you, a couple years ago, Beatle Mike, if I didn't tell you about this, I'm pretty sure I did. Mark Lewison, the Beatle historian, wrote this fantastic book, adding so much informational weaponry to my arsenal. That if I were to do this show again, I always wanted to approach the Beatles organization and say, hey, let me be a vessel for you guys. I just never, but, maybe I should. But, it's also, on the other hand, one of those things where I've been there, done that, and will I go back and do it? Well, I guess only time will tell is really the short answer. Too late! But anyway, Beatle Mike has a follow-up question. He says, do you have $5 I can borrow? I'll pay you back next Tuesday for a hamburger today. Yes, Wimpy. Wimpy fonts over there. No, we appreciate the humor here at Dave J. Tuesday. And another thing we appreciate, as I know Beatle Mike does, are songs of all sorts. Songs of Dave J's. Why not, right? It is Dave J. Tuesday. And that's why we'd like to bring back a long-lost song or two. Here's the bumper. Okay, well, one such long-lost song, don't worry, Beatle Mike, the check is in the mail. Okay, more grapefruit. Is a song that I started recording with Danny Weinkauf about a year or more ago, that I probably wrote only a little bit more before that ago. And it's a song about looking back, as we often do, and looking back and enjoying the memory. And it's a song called Time Machines. I've shared it with you before, but I'm going to go long lost again, because it's been a while, and I'd like to enjoy it with you now again. Time Machines. And it's not even a finished recording yet, by the way. So here it is in midstream. Enjoy.
We're all time machines motoring on memories. Impressionistic dreams faintly painted on the breeze. Flights of fancy and mental memes. General Washington, the Emancipation. Beatles 61, when grandparents were young. Spurred on by imagination. Whatever we do, wherever we go, pretending you're when you wanna be. Traveling to, barreling flow, breathe life into future fantasy. You're a time machine. Places we are going, from locations we have been. In between the plans and schemes. Whatever we do, wherever we go, you're living in your heart and your head. Traveling to and barreling fro, remember to be present here again. No matter where you went, then gotta get back to now. However, in our power, back to and now somehow. Dressed as human beings. While I'm telling time, I'm sure time's telling on me. Fleeing, surreal, serene. We're all time machines. Esprit scenes. We're all time machines. Seems to me we're all time machines.
I love that one. Oh, hey, welcome back. You know, I wasn't always so good at eating vegetables like celery, but like the best of them, I had a great coach. You know, well, why tell you about him when I can show you? Enjoy now, Dave J, Vegetable Coach.
Rah-rah, sis boom asparagus. It's Dave J, Vegetable Coach.
Do you want to be an asparagus?
Or do you want to be an asparagus?
Asparagus, your biggest plus. Scoring points for nutritional value. Asparagus inspires us with potassium, folacin, thiamine, vitamin B6. And did you know this? Low sodium, low calorie, and loads of fiber. A pro bowl of vegetables in the Nutrition Hall of Fame. Hey, asparagus, I like your game.
Now go out there and asparagize them.
It's Dave J, Vegetable Coach. Well, in the spirit of improvising, something we tried out last week that worked rather well, we're going to pull out one more time. It's a segment we like to call One Word.
One word.
2 words?
No! One word.
Oh, okay. You don't have to shout.
You see, in one word, what we like to do is invite you, the viewer, that's why I'm on camera 2 here, to get really in your grill, if you'd like. Personal is what I meant to say. I said the quiet part out loud. All right, I blew it. Let's go to camera 1. All right, what we want to do is invite you to share a word. Any word. You can come up with it by looking around the room and just seeing an item, opening a book and flipping and pointing with your eyes closed and opening your eyes and going, oh, that's a good word, or whatever word it is. And just throw the word in the commenter section below. And I'll take this collection of one words from each of you, and I'll pick up my guitar here, and I'll play a song off the top of my head, playing it by ear, actually, this week, and we'll make up a song with the one word of each of yours in mind. So we can definitely do that. And while we're waiting for your one word, I guess, well, it's time to do something news-related. I don't know why. I know we're here to avoid the news, probably, but, nah, why not? Let's do something news-related, huh?
And now, weekday update with Dave J.
Wow, they've got a lot of typewriters there. It's pretty cool. I'm sorry, I got some celery in my teeth. That doesn't happen. Does that happen with asparagus too? Doesn't matter. Anyway, it's distracting. The only thing I've got news related for you is the idea, going along with the theme of tonight's show of Playing It By Ear. The news media plays it by ear. We all know that. They're making up stories left and right. They have no basis in truth, what they report. We all know that. Oh, I've got a phone call coming in. Could it be one of you? Oh, it's my mom and dad. Hi, Mom and Dad. How are you?
Good. Do you know
No, I might be on your end because it doesn't appear to. Am I paused? Does anyone else see that?
At 8:31.
Huh.
It froze. It says live video interrupted. The broadcast has been paused. It should resume shortly.
Okay, well, I'm afraid I have no...
Hey, you're back. You're back.
Okay, I'm back. Well, thanks for letting me know, and thanks for calling in. We will send the canned goods to you shortly. Okay, thank you. All right, apparently we were frozen, and now we're back. This happens in the wild world of whatever this is. I don't know what it is. Okay. Anyway, I was about to, I don't know where it froze, but I guess it was about the time I was starting to tell you we're going to do something news-related. Beetle Mike is back. He also froze. My parents called. They froze. Are you frozen? Let us know in the comments section below. Maybe there should be a word along that line. Let us know your one word. We'll turn it into a song, God willing, before the end of the program. Nose is Beetle Mike's word. Okay, we're going to get to that. I'm not going to try to pay attention. I'm not going to try to think, because we have another thing we're going to do first. And that is a news... Did you see the news bumper I did? I don't know if you saw that or if that happened or not. In any case, I was just making the point that tonight's episode is about playing it by ear. Little Carol Burnett for you. And I was pointing out that the news media constantly plays it by ear, what with their making up stories constantly. And so I wrote a song about this long before today's day and age. It's a song going back to about 1991 or 2. I wrote it at my parents' house. I can't really remember the circumstances for which I wrote it, but it's one that stuck with me as one of my personal favorites that I've written, and I think it still holds up today. It's called Media Circus. Check it out and enjoy.
Here come the clowns, here come the clowns, here come the clowns, the media circus marches into town. Here come the clowns, here come the clowns, here come the clowns, the media circus marches into town. Bearded ladies with microphones, asking questions in the knowingest of tones. News editors fondle get gifts like trombones. Yeah. Frantic deadlines to guess your weight. Strong men will brief you, midgets participate. Entertainment done so well, we'll believe what they create. Yeah. Here come the clowns, here come the clowns, here come the clowns, the media circus marches into town. Here come the clowns, here come the clowns, here come the clowns, the media circus marches into town. Ow, 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 ow. All eyes are focused on a centering so numb. Myths in the middle of a clawing beaten medium. The show won't infotain if you can't afford ticket fees. If you run away to join the circus, don't lose your footing on the fake trapeze. Yeah.
All right, Media Circus it is. All right, indeed. If you look out the window, if you look on the window of your TV screen, you will see it. Even your big tech internet companies showing you the wrath of their media circusageness. All right, what next? I don't know. We're going to be bringing the show in for a landing in a little while, but not quite yet, because we still have a few things to get to. After all, we do have one word here. Let me see if we have any further words. Screw it. Let's just go with Beetle Mike's word, nose.
Guess that's how it goes when I'm in the throes of what blows.
Too obvious a rhyme scheme, right?
I know you all froze in the throes of what was going on. I guess I'll just improvise, and I surmise you're surprised that I hit it all on the nose. I hit it all on the nose, on the nose, on the nose. Out the window I hear a crow. I can't let it go. Lo and behold, it's suddenly cold. I'm so on the nose. I'm so on the nose. On the nose. Oh, I hate being right, 'cause I don't know anything. Anything you can bring is just an opinion. Opinion's my dominion. When I'm so on the nose, on the nose.
There you go. There's a made-up tune just for you. And I really appreciate, you asking, because it keeps the show lively and interesting, gives me something to do. After all, we still have that veneer of stress about this whole crappy pandemic going on. You know what? Maybe I just need to calm down and start bringing the show in for a landing. After all, it's almost bedtime for some of us. And as such, we want to prepare for bed, with any way you like to do it. Perhaps a glass of warm milk. Is that your way? Frankly, I think that's disgusting. You won't take my comment here personally, but that's just how I feel. I tried it once because I couldn't get to sleep. They made me warm milk, and I'm like, I did a Danny Thomas spit take with that crap. In any case, thank you, Beetle Mike, for that was great commenture on the On the Nose song, improvised at your suggestion. So thanks to you. Couldn't have happened without you. In any case, let's just all take a breath. We don't necessarily need to meditate, but we can prepare to bring it in for a landing with a Dave J. Tuesday bedtime story.
Dave J. Tuesday bedtime story time.
Hi, welcome to Fun Reading. Today's story is Hungry Hat. The hungry hat is hungry. Hi, Ham, I'm hungry. Hi, hot dog, I'm hungry. Hi, hamburger, I'm hungry. Hi, hen, I'm hungry. Hi, horse, I'm hungry. Hi, hippo, I'm hungry. Hi, house, I'm hungry. I'm hungry too. I'm Dave J. Thank you.
Ah, you gotta love those bedtime stories. I don't know why, but it seems that I, your humble correspondent and host, Dave J., always get roped into these kids' gigs. After all, I've made quite a living doing them. I guess my personality is, as Damo, our friend I've told you about, calls me, larger than life, and I suppose that's why it appeals to kids and adults alike who like the larger than life thing. Let's see if there's any other comments. Not yet. So we'll go with something that I've also done recently, in addition to the bedtime story, that's somewhat along that line. Have I got it queued up? I think I do. Still have some celery in my teeth. You'll forgive me. Nope, I don't see it. So I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring the show in for a landing, but not before sharing a tune that I love to play for you, because after all, with all the craziness in the world, craziness with a K, and not Barry the K, because he's not that crazy. Yeah, right. Anyway, I'm sorry, Barry the K. I don't know, I'm taking slights. No, I mean that with love. That saved the comment, didn't it? Anyway, here's a song I'd like to play for you that brings us, hopefully, all together, called One Community. Enjoy. Why can't we be one community? Why we always breaking in three? Why can't we be one community? I'm talking about you and me. Put down your dukes, pick up the pieces of your life, put down the nukes and the gun, rope, tongue, missile, bullet, knife. Why can't we be one community? Why we always breaking in three? Why can't we be one community? I'm talking about you and me. The truth. There's harm in beatings round the bush. Don't turn me to sleuth, 'cause I detect bullshit when shove comes to push. Don't you know that anyone is someone when there's someone there to need you? You're the one who freed you all the while. Why can't we be one community? Why can't we be one community? Why? Why can't we be one community? One community. Little 3D action for you. Oh, goodness gracious. Another Dave J. Tuesday has come and gone. I put the pick down in your honor, and yours too. Oh, goodness. I can't believe how fast these shows fly. We want to thank you all very much for coming on board. We want to welcome you back next time. We're continuing to progress the show. It's going to become something more steady, but for now it is what it is, and we hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. I'm Dave J. This is Dave J. Tuesday, and have a great night and a great week. Thank you. Good night.